A judge says Curtis Reeves cannot use Florida's Stand Your Ground defense. And the Taste of New Tampa in Wesley Chapel returns tomorrow. And coming to you from the Florida Hospital Wesley Chapel studio, this is WCNT-tv Wesley Chapel and New Tampa Television. I'm Susanna Martinez.
And I'm Gary Nager. Yes, Susanna, I'm really stoked that our area's signature event will be held inside the new Florida Hospital Center Ice tomorrow from noon to 4 p.m. But first, let's talk about Curtis Reeves, the former Tampa police captain who has admitted that he shot and killed Chad Olson inside the Cobb 16 movie theaters at the Grove in Wesley Chapel in 2014.
On March 10th, Circuit Judge Susan Barthel said that Reeves could not use Florida's Stand Your Ground defense for fatally shooting Olson during the previews for Lone Survivor, which means that Reeves will have to stand trial for second-degree murder. Although the defense plans to appeal the judge's ruling, the pretrial hearing for Reeves is set to begin on March 31st.
We will keep you posted with updates as they become available here on WCNT-tv, on ntneighborhoodnews.com, and in upcoming editions of the Neighborhood News.
But Gary, I know the big news, especially for you, is that the Taste of New Tampa and Wesley Chapel returns tomorrow. Congratulations on getting 49 restaurants signed up to serve samples, with most averaging between $2 and $3 per taste, or no more than $5 for a small plate.
The really exciting thing is not just the number of restaurants and beverage providers, but the variety of foods to be served. For example, the Twisted Sprocket Cafe in the new Bexley development in Land O'Lakes will be serving short rib sliders and fried pickles, while Bonefish Grill is serving ahi tuna and ceviche appetizers and bang bang tacos, while Little Italy's family restaurant on State Road 54 will serve mini caprese salads on a skewer and Little Soldiers lasagna bites topped by a mini meatball. Beer samples from Pepin Distributing, Big Storm Brewing, and others, and wine samples from Time for Wine and PRP Wines will cost just $3 each.
And of course, the taste is being brought to you by the Rotary Club of New Tampa in partnership with our exclusive webcast partner, the Greater Wesley Chapel Chamber of Commerce. Net proceeds will benefit the New Tampa Rotary Foundation, which supports more than a dozen charitable organizations every year, and the Chamber's Scholarship Fund.
Although there was a pre-taste ticket pickup event on March 15th at Chichio Cali in Tampa Palms, you can still purchase all of the taste tickets you need at the event itself tomorrow. The minimum online order was $25, but with so many great eateries and beverages on hand, you'll probably want to buy at least $50 worth for 2 people.
And although Gary will do at least one live report from the Taste tomorrow, you should definitely plan to be there.
And if for some reason you can't make it, photo galleries from the Taste will be featured at ntneighborhoodnews.com and on page 1 of the March 24th edition of the New Tampa Neighborhood News and the Wesley Chapel Neighborhood News on April 7th.
And WCNT-TV's Molly-Ann Ward will interview Gary as this episode's Chamber featured business, right after these words from Florida Hospital Wesley Chapel.
4 years ago, we opened a brand new hospital in Wesley Chapel. Now, the community has grown dramatically, and so have we. We've added more hospital beds, emergency rooms, and operating suites, as well as new services and physicians to better serve you. And soon, we'll open a new center for women's health. As we continue to grow, you can expect the same great award-winning care from Florida Hospital Wesley Chapel. Florida Hospital Wesley Chapel, inspired health for a growing community.
Hi, welcome back to WCNT-TV, and I'm Molly-Ann Ward. And this week, for our featured business segment for the Greater Wesley Chapel Chamber of Commerce, we have our very own Gary Nager of the Neighborhood News. Welcome, Gary.
Hi, Molly-Ann. How are you?
I'm very well. How are you?
Thank God. I'm hanging in there.
So, Gary, when this airs, tomorrow will be the Taste of New Tampa. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, Molly-Ann, I'm so excited because I had a great restaurant committee working with me, and we've got 49 restaurants plus celebrity chef George Stella from the Food Network is going to be there, and the samples are just, we had the price to move, and I think everybody who comes out is going to really enjoy. I think they'll have lots of options to choose from, both for food and beverage and dessert.
Now, Gary, you have owned the Neighborhood News for quite a number of years. How many years?
Okay, well, I've actually purchased the Neighborhood News in 1994, February of 1994. So a couple of weeks ago was my 23rd anniversary of being the owner of the Neighborhood News, editor, publisher, general pain in the butt. And it's really been a tremendous experience. And the reason that I decided to be the restaurant coordinator for the Taste of New Tampa is because the first year that I was in business, it was like the best day that we had that year for us. We had so many people coming over to the booth and saying, hey, you know, what's the Neighborhood News? Or I just got this for the first time, or I've been getting it for a few months and now all of a sudden it's different, because I actually purchased a going concern and really upgraded it to have editorial content that people in the community would want to read, in addition to the usual advertorial that most other publications do in order to promote their advertisers.
Well, speaking of WCNT-TV, tell us a little bit about how did we even get here, Gary? How did this start? What was your vision?
Well, when I graduated from the University of Florida, I wanted a program, a radio station, TV station, but back then, even a radio station, between the transmitter and the equipment and the people that you had to hire, you needed about $1 million just to get started. FCC license. Nowadays, we have cameras and you can do things a lot less expensively. And about 2 years ago, and I believe Craig told this story when you interviewed him as well. And so I pitched the idea to Hope Allen from the Wesley Chapel Chamber, and she said, well, you know, I have had a conversation with Craig Miller about that too, about doing something for the Chamber, and that's how we came up with this Chamber Featured Business segment as part of a local origination program, the news and information program.
And it's getting better and better every day. Every episode is better and better. More information, more relevant to the community. It's come a long way.
We keep trying to upgrade what we do, and we keep trying to make sure that what we have on the show is both something that goes along with what we have, a companion piece, so to speak, for the Neighborhood News, but also gives information that probably the local TV stations, they'll have a story here and there on New Tampa or Wesley Chapel, but not the kind of volume of information that we have about our two local communities.
Very hyper-focused.
Hyper-focused, hyper-local, as some people say.
Yeah, we love it. That's great. Well, it has been a real pleasure interviewing you today, Gary.
Well, thanks, Molly-Ann. I appreciate it.
So, guys, you've heard it here first. We got to have our own Gary Nager on WCNT-TV. Back to the studio.
Welcome back to WCNT-TV. In this week's Neighborhood Dining segment, Gary tells us about some of the delicious items being served at the Taste of New Tampa tomorrow, right after this message from one of those taste restaurants, OTB Cafe.
So, the Taste of New Tampa and Wesley Chapel returns tomorrow, Saturday, March 18th, noon to 4 p.m., and I am thrilled to report that we have 48 quality food and beverage providers, plus celebrity chef George Stella providing samples of their wares for Taste attendees. There is no admission fee for the Taste, although attendees should purchase Taste tickets, which cost $1 a piece, and most individual items on our menu cost an average of $2 to $3 per taste, with $4 being the most expensive individual items and $5 being the top end for plates of food from selected eateries. We told you about some of those items, including some of the adult beverage prices for those with proof of age of being 21, in this episode's news segment, but here are some more. Texas Roadhouse is serving samples of your choice of beef tips or fall-off-the-bone ribs with bread for $4 per taste. The new Noble Crust restaurant, which hasn't even opened yet in the shops at Wiregrass, is serving gnocchi regatta for just $3 per sample. Grillsmith is serving Tuscan bruschetta for $2 per taste and 2 different entrees for $4 per taste, or get bruschetta with your lemon chicken or chicken and shrimp pasta for just $5. Creamy sweet chili shrimp from Publix also will just be $4 per taste. And sandwiches from Jersey Mike's, Firehouse Subs, and Jimmy John's, butter burgers from Culver's, and mini burgers and burritos from OTB Cafe will be $2 or $3 each. More than 30 of the restaurants are serving something other than dessert, but at least 10 are serving dessert items, from frozen yogurt from Happy Cow and Menchie's and Working Cow ice cream from La Berry, all for just $2 per taste. And cookies, brownies, and mini cupcakes from Nestle Toll House Cookies, The Cake Girl, Buttermilk Provisions, and 7 Layers Bakery for just 1 or 2 tickets each. And the Rotary Club of New Tampa is putting on the taste in cooperation with the Greater Wesley Chapel Chamber of Commerce and will donate all net proceeds to the club's charitable foundation, which donates thousands of dollars a year to select charitable nonprofit organizations and to the Wesley Chapel Chamber's own scholarship fund. In other words, you really will kick yourself if you wake up on Sunday and say, "Was the taste held yesterday?" So don't miss it. If you haven't already purchased your taste tickets, don't worry. There will be enough tickets for sale at the event itself for everyone in attendance to sample every food and beverage item they want to try.
Stop and think about this. Each day a customer doesn't hear about your business provides another opportunity for them to talk with your competition. Let's change that. Advertising grows your business, period. When you're serious about getting new customers, call Full Throttle Advertising.
Welcome back to WCNT TV. This is your local entertainment calendar. In addition to the Taste of New Tampa tomorrow, there are a few other entertainment events happening over the next few weeks you should check out. For example, we hope you'll check out the Indoor-Outdoor Party with music from Troy Duncan Band and others for St. Patrick's Day tonight at O'Brien's Irish Pub and Grill.
There also are big St. Patty's Day events at Mulligan's Irish Pub and the Pebble Creek Golf Club and at the Brass Tap at the Shops at Wiregrass. And next Saturday, March 25th at 8 a.m., the Rotary Club of New Tampa Noon, the club I actually belong to, will host its annual Cycling for Vets event to benefit 4 local nonprofit organizations that serve U.S. military veterans and first responders. Choose a 4, 18, or 39-mile cycling route for a suggested donation of just $30 and enjoy some free food and beverages in the parking lot for Chili's on Bruce B. Downs Boulevard in New Tampa.
Another great event you can take part in will be held on Tuesday, April 28th from 6:30 p.m. to 9 p.m. at the Wolf's Den Restaurant on State Road 56 in Wesley Chapel. As the General Federation of Women's Clubs Pasco Junior Women's Club will host a charity bunco evening to benefit the Sean Bartel Foundation. The suggested donation is $25, which includes a delicious meal.
And finally, the New Tampa Players will present their production of Andrew Lloyd Webber's Jesus Christ Superstar at the University Area Community Development Center on North 22nd Street in Tampa. Jesus Christ Superstar debuts on Friday, March 31st, 8 p.m., and also will be performed April 1st and 2nd and April 7th through the 9th. Tickets cost $25 for adults, $23 for students and seniors, and $20 per ticket for groups of 10 or more. For tickets and more info, visit newtampaplayers.org.
And Gary, speaking of entertainment, I was excited when today's special guest stopped by for a return visit to WCNT TV. Renowned actor, director, and singer-songwriter John Schneider released a new album called Ruffled Skirts in January of this year. And Gary sat down with him to talk about the album and the inspiration for the music.
This is called Ruffled Skirts, which is in reference to the skirts under the trailers that were ruffled by the floodwaters that came through.
Right.
We lived through a flood in August of 2016, just before we met, that was the second one of the year, first one of the year being devastating, the 100-year flood. So actually a friend of ours put it together yesterday in great words. She said that in March of 2016, they lost everything, rebuilt it, and then in August of 2016, they lost everything again and are in the rebuilding process. And that was just the story of John Schneider Studios. Here's one.
Sure.
I'll just play a little bit of it. He sits on his front porch, stares across the street. Water's rising fast, nearly up to his feet. Neighbor passes by, says it's time to get out, but that old man just smiles, says I'm gonna ride this one out, 'cause everything he owns lives inside this house.
Want to see more of the latest John Schneider interview? Stay tuned to our YouTube and Facebook channels as we'll be releasing more excerpts from the interview over the next few days. For WCNT TV, I'm Gary Nager.
And I'm Susanna Martinez. See you again in 2 weeks.